This is the third hole on the Duke's course, and it's the signature hole for the Dukes. Made famous by many televised events, it's a relatively simple par 3 at first look. It's 134 yards downhill. The main feature is the green is 60 to 70 feet below us. Now the big mistake is to take out a sand iron wedge and thrash it airborne, because the ball will then have to fall through 120 feet. If you play a simple shot, just push the ball off the tee with a 9 or an 8 iron. It's not much more than a big chip, but you can control, your distance control is easy to get, and the ball won't be affected by any swirling wind. So I could get a sand iron there if I thrashed it, but that's not the point. I'm going to play a relatively quiet 9 iron, and I'm going to send the ball forward. The green is inclined towards me, and basically I want to be in the heart of the green, and that will give me a realistic birdie putt. Basically pleased with the shot, and I think the ball is finished on the green but nicely below the hole. So it's an elevated tee shot, it's a memorable hole, and when push comes to shove, make sure you've got lots of club in your hand and then just feel the shot. The wind swirls, the elevation changes. It's very hard to say it's exactly this club. You've got to sort of sniff the wind and get a feel for it. And like the 12th hole at Augusta, you don't know if the shot's successful until it lands on the floor. So as we leave the championship tee of the third, it's just nice to show you the view. And that's down towards Bletchley, and to the right is Milton Keynes. So what you don't always know about Woburn is at altitude. We're between 650 feet to 700 feet above sea level. And that means when you're growing grass in a pine forest, your ground temperature and your sunlight is affected obviously by the tree line, but the temperature for growing the grass is affected by the altitude. So you can get quite different weather here on top of the hill. You might go down to Woburn village itself, quite lower, and there's quite a different climate. But you get some lovely vistas from this tee out across the Buckinghamshire countryside. So as we can see, the ball has screwed back down the green a little bit, and it's left me with an uphill putt from right to left. The gradient is really quite severe. Poor old Bernhard Langer, when he was going through his putting woes, the flag was at the very back of the green, and he went behind the hole some 4 feet. The putt lipped out, ran off the green and down to the path where the buggy is. He then chipped back on and had 3 more putts. Golf always has a way of being cruel, I think, and exposing you. So Bernhard Langer, bless him, it was the second or third batch of the yips, and he had a 5 putt on here. It's a testament to the man that he's recovered and is still a major force on the Champions Tour, and is still playing the occasional full European or main US PGA Tour events. So Langer, great hero of mine, and I always think about him when I come onto this green. So it's an uphill putt, and it's a right to left putt. I'm seeing the ball starting about 2 balls right of the hole, and hopefully the right to left break will then take the ball back to it. So you can see that I've putted through the break, got it right, but the pace of the putt was bold. And I've made the cardinal error because I've left myself above the hole. So it's not so bad to have a 5-foot putt up the hill, but really, now the ball's above the hole, I've got to take into account the break. I can't take the break out with a bold putt. So the best way to approach this putt is not to be here in the first place. I should have lagged it for pace, but I didn't. I was greedy. So now I've got my work cut out to save my par. If ever there's a putt that was about line and pace, this is it. I'm relieved and happy that's happened. Okay, let's go to the fourth.